G'day everyone, Prep Aussie here. I hope you're all well in whatever part of the world you're watching this video. Today is Tuesday the 16th of July 2019 and the time here is 10:45 Australian Eastern Standard Time. Folks, I have to apologise for not making any videos. It's due to a family reason. Something's gone terribly wrong in our family. It's nothing to do with me and my wife. In regards to one of my kids, and it has absolutely devastated us as a family, and as a man, it's kind of left me walking a kind of an emotional tightrope, to be honest. Yeah, look, I'm just devastated. It's one of those situations where I can't fix it. I try as much as I can, but I can't. And, you know, you just have to go on and try the best you can. So, as you can tell, I'm nearly in tears now. So, it's been hard. It's been very hard. And I'm not going to lie to you and say that I'm going to be doing videos every day. That was my intention until a couple of weeks ago. It's not my intention anymore. To be honest with you, I'll probably be doing less videos, mainly due to this fact. And, you know, I need to spend more time concentrating on other things. So I hope, you know, you should understand it's as simple as that. You know, this is my family's first and this is secondary. And it's kind of proven to me of late that it's a very, very long second as well, you know. I haven't even thought about doing a video. Today's the first time I've thought about doing one for a long time, and my heart is still very heavy. I'm emotionally very heavy at the moment, so hence the reason. But having said that, I just wanted to do a quick overrun of financial, and then, you know, we'll say the prayers and we'll leave it at that until next time. Okay, let's go to my great sponsor. Okay, this is my sponsor, Totally Rawsome. Totally Rawsome make golden activated turmeric paste, and as I've said from the beginning, if you have not tried this stuff, you really need to if you're suffering any type of joint pain. Look, I can't comment on anything else as regards to this, but I know it works for joint pain. My knees are shot to pieces because of rugby, karate, running, everything else. So this stuff does help, folks. It's fantastic. It's the benefits are just incredible. If I stop using, you know, painkillers sort of thing, Panadols, all those sort of things to stop my knee pain, because I'm using this stuff. It's just great, folks. And look, the guys have told me to tell you they're doing a deal for postage to the UK. They'll do 50% of your first mail order. So they'll pay 50% of the postage for your first ever order if you are in the UK. Okay. There's their details. Bundle Farmers Market every Sunday, 6 till 12. Contact details, email and info@totallyrawsome.com.au, and you can join their mailing list. They've also told me to tell you they're starting some new products for pets as well. So get into it. Mad if you don't. Okay. I'll try and keep this short and sweet. My mind's kind of other places anyway. So if you haven't realised, look, I'm sure you have realised, but if you haven't been, you know, paying attention to what's going on in the radio and the news at the moment, the governments around the world after the G20 are literally, and can I just say, at the G20, there was no joint communique issued by anyone. They did, ordinarily, they throw out a communique to say, oh, this is what we're thinking, this is what we're doing, blah, blah, blah. They did not do one this time. That in itself tells you that they got into a huddle and they just went, how the hell are we getting out of this, guys? This is a mess. And as I've said before, in dark rooms somewhere, they'll all be trying to figure out what they're going to do. Now, obviously, if you get one state, one rogue country that decides to break away at the moment, i.e. China, because China has the most to lose out of all this, don't forget, because they're a communist country and they're run by dictators, military dictators. Everyone forgets this. It's just amazing. And they have to feed 1 billion people. I think they've got 1 billion people, haven't they? Something like that, some ridiculous amount of people. And those people look up the food chain, not down, because everything comes from above for them. So China is the rogue nation here. Now, they've been devaluing their currency, buying all their stocks, buying gold, doing whatever they can to alleviate what's coming. And if you haven't noticed, there's a lot of countries now starting to break away from China and regroup with America. Although you wouldn't think so if you listen, but if you watch what they're doing, they're regrouping with America. Australia is one of those. We are slowly but surely going back to our old alliance with the US, hence the reason why Scott Morrison is going to the US to have a formal banquet dinner. Long way to go for a dinner, isn't it? So let's analyse exactly what's going on here. We've had 2 rate drops in Australia. Now, I've said before, you get to 1%, you can't go up. It's, you know, the Yanks did it and they nearly broke their economy doing it. And they can't go up anymore. They'll just physically break people. They are breaking countries as it is. The Australian government, right, I said the Australian, if you hear them mention helicopter money in Australian papers or anything from the Australian government, then start panicking. What they cleverly did to give us helicopter money, which is just free money, you know, there you go, folks, just have free money. Go and spend stuff. Do you remember Kevin Rudd in 08 or whatever it was he gave us for the pink bats that we had to have? He just threw pink bats and gave everyone $1,000. $1,000 each, remember? And what did they say? Go and buy a flat screen TV, do whatever you have to do. Just get it into the economy and keep the economy going. Well, this time they didn't do that. What they said was, oh, we're going to give everyone a tax cut. How much is a tax cut? $1,000. So the Australian government is actually giving us helicopter money in a roundabout way, but they're not going to come out and say that it's helicopter money because they don't want to scare people. Now, if you measure if you read and measure every single parameter, financial parameter going, then folks, you would actually physically believe that we are in a depression, or very close to. Western Australia has the highest rate of child unemployment, let's say teenagers, it's ever had. There's something like 35,000 kids out of work. Can't even get a job at a coffee shop. Western Australia also has the highest rate of restaurant, cafe, bars, etc. closures it's ever had. But apparently, everything's booming. Well, I don't know where it's booming, but it ain't booming in Perth. I just went there. So it ain't booming in Perth. The shut-up shops is everything. This is having a huge knock-on effect to the whole economy. Take the Eastern Seaboard. It's the same thing. Only this time it's worse because now we've got all these thousands and thousands of apartments, which, by the way, have not hit rock bottom. They're going to keep going down. It's going to get to the point where it's going to be a free fall very soon. Yesterday, one of the leading financial experts came out and said the tax cut did nothing and it's not going to do anything. And the reason for that is because people are hoarding it. Because people are starting to go, hang on a minute, especially if you're my age, 55, and you went through the 80s. People are going, geez, this reminds me too much of the 80s, early 90s. And it is. It's exactly the same, except this is worse. So my point being, and I'm going to swear, right? Okay, so I'm sorry. Fuck all the other stuff, right? Forget about watching news, etc. like that, because they're just regurgitating stuff that you need to hear. There's very few of them that are actually saying anything where you need to hear it properly. So, like I said, fuck all that stuff. Start looking after yourself. Make sure you've got seeds. That's the big, big thing here. Remember, if you haven't got a garden bed, you need to plant it now. Me, I'm doing a bloody huge thing. I'm putting all my waste and cardboard and everything into this garden bed to make sure that it's got nutrients in the future, because I know for a fact that we probably won't be able to get them. Thinking in your head, if you've got a family, how are you going to feed that family? You can go and buy, and I would strongly recommend it, the prepackaged food. What do they call it? American something? Patriot Supplies, that's the one. There's all these Patriot Supplies, etc. in America. You can actually buy the food and get it shipped here to Australia if they don't have a wholesaler here in Australia. That is a very smart thing to do. You can buy 3 months supply of food for 4 people. That'll cost you $200 or something. It's just ridiculous. That's a backup. And the reason why it has to be a backup, if you don't have a garden bed, right, or you don't have any form of sustenance when this snaps, right? And let's just talk about this for a second, because this is important. It is snapping now. It's snapped. It's gone. It's over. As much as they want to keep wallpaper in the cracks, over the cracks in the wall, it's gone. There's whatever they do now, from now on, is just going to be feeding the dead animal. I hope you understand that. There's nothing more they can do. They just got to. The only thing they can now do is feed the debt, i.e., put on more debt. They're just going to keep ramping up the debt. That's the only way they can get out of this now. So they're going to start printing money again. The ECB has already said they're going to print 90 or $9 trillion or euros or something ridiculous. So anyway, look, you need something to last you for 3 months, whether that's Patriot Supplies, whether you're switched on. I've got 12 chickens. I've set it all up, so it's all there. I've also get my garden bed ready. But see, the thing is, you want to grow vegetables, apart from spinach and a few other things, they don't grow fast. So you're looking at, a good 8 to 12 weeks to grow anything substantial, except broccoli and stuff like that. That grows pretty quick. So you have a choice to make now, not in the future, but now. Keep your car full of petrol. Get at least 5 to 10 jerry cans of fuel to last for the car. Get your car serviced. All these things, folks, forget it, like I said, fuck all the other stuff. Start worrying about yourself. If you watched Greg Hunter's interview with Jim Sinclair and Bill Holter, apart from actually swearing like I did, they told you the same thing. F everything else, you've got to start worrying about yourself now. That's where this has gone to. It's gone past the point of no return. So you have to look after yourselves. You have to start forming communities. Like I've said before, the community, you now have to form these communities. Whether you like it or not, you're going to have to form it. You're going to have an exit plan if you're living in a city. because, man, it's going to go to crap in the city, big time. All right. I think I've said enough, but I actually know that people listen to me, because one of the last comments I got from a woman in the comments on my last video, she'd actually listened to me and she cleared all the debt, the whole lot, and she was now self-sufficient. And I was just like, yay, I got through to someone. So yeah, it's working. Okay, folks. Verse of the day. This one's for my little man. Okay, verse of the day. Therefore, get rid of all moral filth and the evil that is so prevalent, and humbly accept the word planted in you, which can save you. And as always, folks, we'll finish with the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. In earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power and the glory forever and ever. Amen. All right, folks, I'll leave it there. God bless. Prep out.